But today, what I have is anime news. Anime news. I got a feeling. I got a feeling. Dang, I really wish this webcam wasn't in my darn way. I really moved this. I literally moved it in the most worst spot in the whole world. VTuber. Why are you going over here? You know, I could check something out now. Eat outside the club. You can't even get in. I got yo ball jeans. Yo ball sipping. Oh, Lamborghini. Stop missing. Ha ha. Shit look like a toothpick. In 10 years. In 2 days. Lady love me. Anime news. So make sure everything's good on my freaking. Oh, everything's okay. Scooby Scooby. Make sure everything's okay. Why on here does it look like my screen ain't freaking all the way? Like that, everything. Oh, you know what I just realized? I can't hear shit because my goddamn thing's not plugged into my thing. I was on UFC yesterday. Well, watching UFC yesterday. I need to change the title. Here we go. Oh, wait, I just noticed. Why is my fingers all the way down here? Just noticed that. There we go. I'm like, what the heck? YouTube good too. Let me check YouTube real quick. What is this? Does it say suggestion competitors? I've Never. Anime stories, anime movies. I could make it. I could make a lot of videos on One Piece, but I just could not. Okay, someone in here. I just did not notice. Not my fault. Don't blame me. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. What's good? What's good? I hear myself like three different times. Um, Want to buy something. How about you? I just freaking just decided to go on stream today. Nothing new. So I'm gonna react to some videos. That's all right. There's a lot of things. Usually I don't really like react to the videos on stream, but you know, it is what it is. I usually just like watching it and pause. I like watching it things on my own time, but I just realized I need to have more entertaining streams, and like, react content is like probably like the easiest thing to do. Gotta make sure the other side's good. I forgot I was recording a clip earlier. My mic was muted. Are you gonna react to anime clips or other things? I'm gonna react to other things and some anime, some non-animes. If that's all right. I'm gonna react to some animes and some non-animes and some animes. This one, this one I wanted to react. My react screen at react content. Where is that? Sadly. Let me make sure this is on VTuber stuff, non-anime stuff. You know, I was, to be honest, I realistically I only react to like anime related stuff, but I'm like sometimes I'll be reacting to stuff and I've never like watched the anime and it's kind of awkward. You know, I don't want to sit here and be boring, be like silent the whole time, but you know, where is it? Opera GX. Yeah, there you are. All right, so we're gonna react to this. I'm trying to see where my freaking screen is. There it is. See, this happens when you're unprepared to stream and you just go live. Like a movie theater. Oh shit. Like a movie theater. Oh my gosh. Why are you doing this to me? I have too much stuff on this thing. That's why. Sounds good. Would you rather it be like this or full screen? Because I want to use it because I thought it was cool. Would you rather have it like full screen or would you rather have it like this? Either way. You know what? I'm probably gonna leave it like this. Honestly. I'm trying to freaking make this fit in the middle. Up to you, man. All right. I want to give second opinions before I do anything. All right. You like my rug? You like my black rug? I like both of them. All right. All right. We're gonna start with this video. Make sure the audio is good. All right. Full screen. Everything's all right. They're cool. Like my black rug. I sleep on it all. I don't have a bed. I don't have a bed in here yet. They said I don't get a bed yet. They said I can't afford a bed yet. So I gotta deal with the Mob Psycho Yu Hakusho walls. Alright. So let me see.
The context.
Oh,
Leaflet
that's loud. I already know that's loud. I forgot I was playing games. Yeah, I might play games with my friends if they want to be on stream. I know that's freaking loud. Alright.
Context. Leaflet is a VTuber who debuted back on June 11th, 2020, and is the founder of the Angel Sword Studios company, a company focused on producing content set in its own universe. The drama would begin on July 9th, 2020.
I really wish this pause button will work. Wait. So she is part of an industry that what? Oh, don't start with this, bro. Sorry. L streamer. LL streamer.
Who debuted back on June 11th, 2020, and is the founder of the Angel Sword Studios company, a company focused on producing content set in its own universe. The drama would begin on July 9th, 2026, when Leaflet posted a 30-minute in-depth explanation of an upcoming budget VTuber system, which would later be released in an alpha state on the 14th. This system advertised itself as a lightweight Gen AI model creator that allows a user to essentially create and rig an animated PNG tuber from scratch. Now, given that Gen AI in general is a very heavily debated topic in and out.
Yeah, honestly, AI just looks awful. You can have your opinions on AI, so be it. I don't mind. I don't mind when people have like opinions on AI. You know, it's a freaking conversation. Personally, I don't use AI. I think I use AI for like for my reactions, but that was really it. Honestly, it really depends on like how you feel about it, to be honest, because AI just doesn't look good. It just looks so weird. Like honestly, it just looks so weird.
Outside of the VTubing community, the initial post would end up blowing up, with both very vocal supporters and opposers discussing Leaflet, her project, and the usage of Gen AI in the VTubing community. Because of how broad and varying each side's reasoning is for either supporting or opposing Leaflet's project and the use and or reliance on Gen AI as a whole, we'll divide each side into its own respective section for the purpose of this video.
Honestly, wait, let me go back a little bit. I'm kind of in the middle of this because honestly, without the artist, I wouldn't have my VTuber model. It's just the truth. I wouldn't have my VTuber model if the artist wasn't doing it. I mean, general AI just looks in general. It just looks so greasy. It looks so greasy. I don't know why. Like I don't know why they make. Oh, I didn't even do that. They make AI so greasy. I don't know why they do that. It's so greasy and it just doesn't look good.
On Gen AI as a whole, we'll divide each side into its own respective section for the purpose of this video. The supporters. Ultimately, supporters of the project and Gen AI usage argue for increased accessibility in the VTubing niche, with one of the biggest arguments being that Gen AI helps reduce the financial barrier of entry substantially, given that high-quality reference sheets, for example, can be a hefty investment on its own, let alone model art, rigging, and other general channel assets.
To be honest, I got mine for like what, $120? Like the sketch, the everything. I got it for like $120. It just depends who the artist is. It's trying to polish things, but it just odd. Yeah, it just looks like so weird. Honestly, it really depends on who's your VTuber your person who's doing your VTuber model. Let's see, my thing costs like $120. For the sketch, I think it was $60. But I'm getting a new model soon too, so I'm getting a new model soon. Just a heads up. Definitely getting a new model. I'm getting a new model that's less like, how do I say this? Less copying, because I'm just, to be honest, I'm just cosplaying as a character from an anime. I'm gonna have my own original design. I've been saving up money, so I'm just waiting for them to hit me back.
Which, in a niche where the financial barrier of entry is often debated, pro-Gen AI folk point to Gen AI as what they interpret to be a solid way to reduce this barrier to allow more people into the niche. One other big argument from supporters is that since there's a huge anti-AI stigma in the community, particularly from freelance artists, Gen AI users often find it difficult to commission anyone for work on their models and/or assets, as the majority of artists in the VTubing community have anti-AI clauses, whether it's to feed their work into AI or just flat out refusing to work with those who use Gen AI to produce their own art. With Leaflet's project, Gen AI supporters find that the tool has enabled them access to furthering their potential careers as VTubers. Now, some argue that Gen AI shouldn't necessarily be used for full finalized results, but more so for brainstorming and prototyping ideas for design.
Low-key VTuber models are sometimes very expensive. Like, sure, it takes a lot of effort, but some end up costing as much as yeah, I agree, but I'm kind of half and half when it comes to it. Personally, I think you should. How do I say this? I think your work should cost as much as if you want. And sometimes it's crazy expensive, yeah. But honestly, if you don't have the money for it, there's I think people don't realize being a PNG tuber is a thing. Realistically, like honestly, I freaking made. I got my thing commissioned. I think my thing was like what, for like my thing was like $30. I'm not saying like, everyone should, the cheaper the better, but sometimes I don't know what I'm saying. I just think like you're how much you put into the work, that's how much it should cost realistically. Honestly, sometimes they be costing like $1,000. Honestly, but it's really up to like the consumers.
Designs. This kind of plays into the prior argument where, because of the large stigma against AI from the majority of artists, it becomes difficult to find someone who's willing to work with someone who uses Gen AI for drafting model and or asset designs. And so,
here's the thing, AI steals from other people though. It's like, if general AI was created its own thing, AI just copies something that's already been in place. So you're basically just copying something that's legit, already existed. So it's like, that's the only thing, like AI, like you're just stealing from other things and all like that.
they hope for, at the very least, some form of tolerance towards design concepts being AI generated, rather than finalized products being AI generated. The opposers. As for those who oppose Leaflet's project and the use of Gen AI in general, the overall sentiment is that this group favors supporting its artists and preserving the current artist-to-creator ecosphere. More specifically, and this generally pertains to anti-Gen AI as a whole, the primary argument is that the LLMs that generate the Gen AI models and assets had to scrape immense amounts of data to be trained for various tasks.
Yeah, exactly.
And in the case of Gen AI art, scrape immense amounts of art from artists to be trained to generate art, which in the majority of cases hasn't been done with permission, and is just flat out theft. Something that is viewed as overwhelmingly negative by opposers of Gen AI. As for the barrier of entry argument by Gen AI supporters, opposers argue that the barrier of entry is much lower than it was a few years ago, with the recent rise of low-cost pre-made and customizable models providing—
Oh yeah, I had a pre-made model before. It was cost like $17 realistically. There are pre-made, but honestly, some people just want their own like VTuber model. I feel like most artists that hate AI in general just do it such as a performative, not this way, and makes you want to support it. And I understand what you're saying. I think sometimes they want to take a stance, but that stance is like, oh, I want to cater to certain people. I understand what you're saying. I understand, but I think I generally do not like AI. It's not like, I don't care what anyone says. Like, I personally do not like AI at all. When I see like companies use AI, I'm thinking about. I think when people are generally just annoying about it, I understand how like people. It's like a rebellion thing. Like, people generally do not like when people like, oh, I don't like AI, blah 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 blah, and that people find that annoying, and they're gonna freaking obviously go against you because when you hear stuff in your freaking ear a bunch of times, you're obviously gonna rebel. But honestly, it just really depends on how you view AI. I just don't. I even with other people's opinion, I will still don't like AI. I just don't like it. You know, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and say I've never used it. I've used it. I used it for like, you know, upping like photo quality because sometimes the photo quality and freaking certain things are just really crappy. I'll admit I've used AI, but as animation artist wise, I just don't. I don't like it. Just my thing. I'm not sitting here telling you you shouldn't like AI. You shouldn't use AI. If you want to use AI, go right ahead. Personally, I just would never use it because it's just not something I want to use. It's just I'm not gonna sit here and say no bad. You use AI. You know, it's really up to the person to decide that. Do I like it? No, but I'm not gonna sit here and try and change people's minds. I'm firmly against it, but I'm not gonna sit here and change people.
Getting an opportunity to have good quality models without spending hundreds of dollars for a reference sheet, model art, and rigging. Now, there's also the whole legally gray area with Gen AI visuals particularly, as while training LLMs with copyrighted text has been deemed fair use, training LLMs with copyrighted artwork is still under contention as of this video, with a class action lawsuit against several companies pending and a trial scheduled for September 8th, 2026. Jeez. The aftermath. Obviously, this isn't going to cause Leaflet's project to go kaput, and the project is still up and running as of this video. Discourse continues to be held about Gen AI and the VTubing community, where community members have discussed not just Gen AI art being or not being an issue, but also the rising usage of AI moderation for content creation platforms that hinders creators on both sides of the Discord.
Like they just get off, their feeling they're morally higher there. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like when people like want to be like morally better than you. I don't like that. They're like, oh, I'm better than you because I don't know, bro. If you don't like something, doesn't make you higher, like make you like like better than somebody. No, I think realistically, it's just you know, if you don't like something, I don't think we should kind of force people to also not like something. If you don't like AI, I don't like AI. I don't like. I personally do not watch stuff that has AI in it. I don't like watching AI stuff. You know. But I'm not gonna sit here and be on my high horse to be like, haha, I don't watch AI, so I'm better than you. You know, it's just like the high horse stuff. I just don't like it.
Due to being hit with anti-Gen AI filtration systems, realistically, this discourse won't end anytime soon, especially with the rapid increase in Gen AI development.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell?
As with all my videos, do not harass anyone in or outside this video.
It's a shame you have to say that. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. I completely understand what you're saying because people want to be on their high horse, be like, oh, I don't do this, I don't do that, so I'm morally better than you. Like, yeah, that's not how that works, buddy. That's not how that works. Let's see what another video we can watch. Let's see. Anything interesting? I don't want to watch like the 4 minutes of like his videos and just we can just spam his videos. Let's see. Oh wait, you know this a video that's related to the AI stuff. Let's watch this one. It's related, so. Hold on a second. Okay.
So it seems like recently a VTuber that you guys probably know and we talked a lot about on this channel before, Chacha Your V-Mom, has spoken out about the kind of AI drama that has been going on whenever it comes to VTubing. Because if you don't know, obviously there's been a lot of stuff going on, including the whole leaflet program thing, which we covered in the last video. Again, it was like this kind of thing where
like this, it just doesn't look real. It just doesn't look real to me. It just doesn't look good.
Essentially, you could create a like AI VTubing thing, like an AI VTubing what do you call it, PNG tuber, and yeah, she was like creating a tool to help VTubers be able to do that. And yeah, obviously a lot of people have very mixed opinions on it, of course, because it's AI, and a lot of people are very mixed on AI, especially within VTubing, right? And yeah, recently though, Chacha has actually come out and talked about some of the stuff to do with this, not just for Leaflet, but also
Sorry, I got that Bruno Mars. I heard Cha Cha. I'm like, dang, that's so Cha 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 with you. I'm sorry.
with how stuff like this affects VTubers and things in terms of the algorithm, which I thought was very interesting. And she actually made a whole video on it. But she included this little clip here on her Twitter saying, "Starting spicy today, but AI is nuking the VTuber algorithm." So let's take a look, and obviously we will talk about it.
It might be a little bit controversial, but I don't care. I think I'm gonna say something about it. Yeah, guys, it's
Man, I can't move my arms like that. My arms are so to my thought. I can't move my arms. Darn it.
tea time. It's tea time. I noticed that when we were doing our Assassin's Creed Black Flag stream, that I was getting pinged for being unoriginal content. It didn't make sense to me. I tried doing a just
Like it moves in such a way like someone who's unfamiliar with AI, they just wouldn't really notice it. But someone who's used to watching animation things, yeah, it just looks way off. You don't need arms. I need arms. I can't move my arms. Look at me. I can't move my arms. It sucks, man. I wish my arms worked, man. My arms don't work. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, about TikTok, right? So I streamed on TikTok because I'm like, you know what? Why not? Why not stream on TikTok? Never will. I never will stream on TikTok ever again. They kept pinging me for unoriginal content. They pinged me for unoriginal content. Do what you would. Just use your mind. It didn't work. It didn't work. But yeah. They pinged me for unoriginal content on TikTok like multiple times. They kept pinging me for unoriginal content. I was like, what? I was like, what are you talking about? Unoriginal content? And oh my, it's a whole other stuff, man. That's why I'm never streaming on TikTok ever again. It's YouTube and freaking Twitch.
chatting stream, no game. I changed my model. I thought, is it my model? Like, is it too sexual? Like, what is it? So I changed.
Ever since TikTok got brought by the United States, it was slowly. It's bad, bro. It's so bad, bro. I was like, I streamed on there for like maybe an hour. And I'm like, I don't like it. I just don't like. First of all, TikTok caters to the people that freaking can't hold like freaking 10 like a 5-minute conversation. Like I got my profile reset because the profile picture I didn't. Like I got my profile reset because of my profile picture that didn't have anything wrong with it. It's ridiculous, bro. It just doesn't make any sense to me how TikTok can like be like, yo, it's not original. What do you mean it's not original content? How you know is that like what? I understand her frustration. And you can't say you can't say Twitch on TikTok. I got 2 warnings for saying if I got one more warning, I'm getting my account deleted. Bro, you can't say Twitch on there. I said Twitch one time, and all of a sudden, oh, you can't. It's like I said Twitch once, and all of a sudden you can't. I couldn't stream on there for some reason.
My model again every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, the TikTok algorithm would come over and say, "This is unoriginal content. We are suppressing your stream."
So yeah, obviously.
Like, how do you even recognize something is original or not? I was like, I don't know. It's the AI probably. It's the AI because I'm like, why are they picking me saying my stuff is unoriginal? What do you mean it's not original? I'm confused. Like, do I have to show my face on there? I don't want to. Not even for privacy reasons. Like my TikToks show my face, but I just don't want to freaking go on camera. I just want to use my VTuber model. Jeez.
This is a very common thing that's been happening recently. Unoriginal content has been a very big part of this, and why a lot of VTubers have been struggling with live streams because they get flagged for unoriginal content when they are making original content, right?
Because I would be hitting 100 viewers, and then the TikTok system would be like, stop right there. We're not feeding you anybody else.
Exactly, bro. I had like a decent, it did like, we're cutting you off. It's like being at the bar and you're like, you're drinking and like, oh no, man, we're cutting you off. We're cutting you off. I was like, bro, how do you know my stuff was not original? Show dominance. Stream naked. Started streaming naked there. Show dominance. Oh my gosh. Well, no, I don't think my model could be naked. So, you want to pay a good penny for it? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Because this is unoriginal content. And I was like, why? That doesn't make any sense. I think it thinks that I'm AI. Why do I think that? Why would that be a factor? I wanted to talk about what is happening in the VTuber space, but let's stop and watch the video for a little bit. So this is Leaflet. She's another VTuber, and she is working on a AI-made VTuber model.
Hey guys, Leaf here. I have an update. I was working on the project for a little bit today. The big things are, there are a couple new features I added. One of them was a little bit of smoothing, animation smoothing, hands mute my gun.
No wonder
It just looks
TikTok
unnatural.
believes that 3D avatars and 2D avatars used in 2D are AI.
My question is, do you think AI is going to take over the VTuber sphere? I don't think it will. I think the VTuber community is like really like anti-AI to the point that like I think you wouldn't get any following from that because the fans are like really stern on like no AI. I wonder if it took over honestly, if it took over it. Even if it did, I wouldn't use it, to be honest. It just doesn't look it doesn't look weird to me. It just looks weird. And I'm like, you know what? When I was thinking about that, I'm like, do you think AI will ever take over the anime community? Like, not the anime community. I wonder if that could be a question too. I don't really think so. AI is still a way to go, a very, very long way. Like, yeah, it definitely is a long way to go. Honestly, my prediction is AI is gonna be like the NFT. You know how people were like, yo, hyping up NFTs, like, yo, NFTs are like the next big thing. You can take pictures of it, blah 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 blah, and then all of a sudden, poosh. But AI might be different. It might just stay a little bit here and there. But honestly, I really think AI is. I think AI is gonna become the new NFT. But I could be completely wrong. I think I could be completely wrong. That's what I think with the AI. I'm like, oh, it's gonna have its course. People are gonna still use it, but people are not gonna be. It's not gonna be the main thing, if that makes sense. It's not gonna be the main thing. So
because this is becoming more and more common. AI does make content creation more accessible, especially if you can't afford it. However, the current meta not only suppresses AI, but it's also suppressing VTubers in general. It's lumping 2D VTubers into the AI slop category. And
yeah, I think that's the reason too, because it doesn't make any sense to me how they're like, yo, your thing's not unoriginal content. I'm like, first of all, I'm not AI. I can show you everything. I don't think it'll be the same as NFT. Like, pretty sure we could go into the world without AI, but I don't think general AI would take over. Yeah, it's just I feel honestly, that's why I feel like the NFT stuff is gonna have its course, and then when freaking it really depends. I meant we could never go back to the world. Yeah, I think I'm not saying AI is gonna be completely gone. I think people still use NFTs. Like people still use NFTs. It's not gonna be completely gone. I think realistically, people are just not gonna. People are gonna use it for memes, all that other stuff. But I don't think it's gonna be a general thing. People are gonna like. I don't know. I might be wrong. This is my age wrong, but honestly, I think it's gonna be like an NFT. It's gonna be like an NFT in my opinion.
that's why this is so topical right now. Because there are so many people who are trying to grow, basically takes everyone and throws them into a sinking ship unless you have a pre-existing platform.
So yeah, obviously that's what she's saying, right? She's saying essentially this new AI tool or whatever, and a lot of similar ones to that, if they ever do come out, are the things that are kind of lumping in VTubers who use original artists and whatever and whatnot to them. They're kind of merging together, right? And the TikTok algorithms.
Yeah, they should have something where actual AI VTubing and there's how do I say this? Actual VTubing, if that makes sense. They should separate them and have their own category. If people like to see AI, let them see AI here. If they don't want to see AI, That's like, I think that's like a crossroad we could have, like down in the middle. I might be fence sitting on this, but we should have people who like AI content. Let them watch AI content. If they don't want to watch AI content, move this, like have it like different sections where no general AI, nothing like this, nothing like that. People separate to where people can like different stuff. I think that's to be a really good idea.
Sees them as like one, and is taking down any VTuber that is that is like going live on their platform, thinking that they're AI when technically they're not, right? And again, I think it is pretty crazy, and I can understand where she's coming from. Now, there's been a lot of responses to this. There's 100% an issue with kind of the algorithms and things, and people getting flagged for unoriginal.
There's there's already 2 AI VTubers that they're pretty famous. Forgot their names, but they seem people like, yeah. I think if you like AI and you want an AI VTuber, go to the AI VTuber and then have like the people who don't do AI, like separate them. It's so easy, like just separate them into different categories. Some people like watching AI. I personally don't, but people like watching it. Why not give the people who like watching it a place where they can watch it instead of just being like, instead of demonizing them? Why don't you just give them something that they want to watch instead of being like, instead of lumping them two together and then the two parties are always coming like fighting each other? Why do you just have like separated? Like, even if Twitch decided to do it, like Twitch, do something like AI, they have AI slop. Let them have AI slop. If they don't want, if people don't want AI slop, have it to where it's like no AI. It's just that simple.
Content.
Oh,
now,
man.
I think one of the best things for this, or at least one of the big problems for this, is the fact that obviously YouTube and TikTok and that are using AI themselves to figure out what is AI content or not, and what is what do you call it? What did you say? Unoriginal content or not. So again, I think that system itself should probably be fixed first, right? But that kind of system is there to stop a lot of AI generated content and things because they believe that to be unoriginal, right? Now, obviously, the video, there is a full video, by the way, on this. If you guys want to go watch this, it's about 15 minutes long. Is AI ruining the algorithm and
should we watch it?
But essentially, yeah, they talk about stuff like TikTok and YouTube that are actively suppressing VTuber content because their moderation algorithms are flagging 2D and 3D avatars as AI generated, unoriginal, or slop as tools to create fully AI animated rigs and become more sophisticated and accessible through people like Leaflet. Algorithms are struggling to differentiate between real human VTubers and automated AI models. The current anti-AI algorithmic meta heavily hurts newer or smaller VTubers trying to grow from a few viewers to a larger audience, effectively creating a rich stay rich dynamic.
I just won't stream on TikTok. That's it. I post on there, but I'm not streaming on there. Screw that, bro. I'm not dealing with that whole like original, unoriginal content bullshit.
Already establishing creators. The threat to artists and editors, while AI makes content creation cheaper and more accessible, it poses a major threat to the livelihoods of traditional 2D artists and video editors by automating work that's used to require paid human skill. And apparently there's a rapid shift towards AI tools to when traditional animation studios moved away from hand-drawn art to faster, cheaper methods, noting the AI risks.
Oh, you know what it does? Someone did say this. AI is like when traditional art turned into like, you know how, oh shit. My thing good? Are we back? We back? All right, I'll say it anyway. AI now is where how people who did traditional animation turn into digital animation. That's what I realized. People have been saying that, like how people didn't like traditional, like they had traditional like animation. All they did was traditional art. Then it moved to digital. I think people had a problem. It's like kind of like that, honestly.
Cheapening the overall art form and culture of VTubing. So yeah, obviously that's what the video talks about, by the way. If you're interested in delving into that further, right? But yeah, obviously there's been a lot of responses, including from Leaflet herself, saying, "Ha ha ha, it's too late, Miss Cha Cha. The Cha Cha had chala. I've been planning to destroy VTubing for years now. This is my master plan all along, to destroy it from within. And now finally, my machinations have come to fruition, fools. Sorry, guys, I was an agent all along. Orders.
I don't think traditional art will die. People exaggerate things like no way something as old as civilization will ever die because AI. Yeah, I don't think it's ever gonna die. AI is here to. I don't want to repeat what people say, but AI is gonna be better. But traditional art is always gonna be better. It's always it is. It just personally, I think it is. I think traditional art would never go away. It just will never. Honestly, I want to learn how to draw too. I want to learn how to draw. Not using it like using anything. You know, I have a drawing tablet and I freaking want to learn. You know, traditional art would never go away. It just would never. Same way how AI is never going away. Even if you dislike it or like it, it's just never going away.
It's alright. This means it's over, by the way.
Dude says, "Smell you later, V losers."
On my way to get my own planet as a reward from Trump summer, Obama summer, Netanyahu summer.
What in the world is going on with this freaking tweet?
Who is the realist Clanker? I know, by the Clanker. I know. Sorry, I know. By the way, for completing my sacred mission to destroy you all. Artists, more like fartists. And am I right, guys? Direct you all. All your art belongs to us. Make your
the bro is this freaking tweet, bro.
Be losers. Saying this is a joke, by the way. If you think this is serious, you might be retarded. Obviously, yeah, it is a joke, right? Now again, there's been a lot of responses saying I don't think it's a matter of AI VTuber model or not. The platforms have started making it expressly clear that if you aren't using your real face, then you are getting suppressed. Which again, I do think is kind of true. They have been.
It's kind of weird though, because people could use AI face filters. So I don't know.
Targeting a lot of VTubers in general. And again, I do think this is more so an issue with, you know, if they want to suppress AI generated content, I think that's fine, right? I think that a lot of the time there is so much AI generated content on TikTok and YouTube.
Hey, if they're gonna suppress the AI content if they think VTubers are AI, they better start suppressing these companies because companies are using AI too. You better start suppressing them too, but they won't because they're money bag.
Things like that. To the point where it gets extremely annoying. You know, it's just like not very entertaining to watch. So they want to kind of limit that. I think that's fine, but obviously you need those systems to be correct and in place and to actually work properly, else you get VTubers getting banned, even though they haven't done anything wrong. Saying apparently Leaflet is now responsible for burning down Canada, poisoning your water, putting artists out of work. So yeah, I mean, it just continued to go on. Saying unfortunately content creation tools.
Wait, what did that thing say?
So yeah, I mean, it just continued to go.
Girl math means girl math means it's Leaflet's fault that TikTok AI Leaflet has nothing to do with it.
All saying unfortunately content creation tools being more accessible isn't always a good thing, with stuff like this available to people who don't care about VTubers as a whole. I can only imagine the amount of bots and monetized slop accounts that will start popping up left and right. Saying watch this video, I think she brings up some valid points. To my fellow Leaftubers, she's not blaming Leaflet, she's in fact saying what a lot of us have been.
Leaftubers. What the man, when I get big, I had to name my community. I honestly wouldn't even know what to name my community at all, because I would have named you guys. I don't want to name you guys stars. It's like that's cringy as fuck.
Saying for well over half a year at this point, no matter how you feel about AI, it's not ready to moderate content, which again I think is true, right? And I think that is one of the main you know, points to kind of come out you know, from this. You know, lots of people saying she's not blaming you know, Leaflet or anything like that, more so blaming the kind of algorithms that have kind of, you know, been trained to do this kind of stuff, but aren't very good at the thing that they do. And these companies, despite the fact that they're not very good at what they do, they continue to use them, and they continue to be like, you know, oh, this is a good idea, right? Let's just keep using AI to moderate content, when in actual fact it does a pretty terrible job and it just isn't ready for that. Now maybe it's going to be a great thing in the future, right? Maybe it's going to be a great thing in like 5 years time, maybe even less than that. And maybe they've got it down to a T where it can recognize every single post correctly and deal with decisions correctly, right? But for now, I feel like it doesn't work. I feel like it's a pretty bad time, especially not even just as a VTuber, right? And with the whole unoriginal content stuff.
I just don't like AI content. It just looks so freaking weird. It's like those exaggerated freaking Mr. Beast videos. It's like Like I just can't watch them.
It could be for literally anything else too, right? There's been so many issues with stuff like monetization and all of that kind of stuff on YouTube, and it
Like I understand why some companies use AI for moderation because it's unlimited reports because it limits people's content, and right now it's just awful. Yeah. And moderation. It just, yeah, I understand why they use it because honestly, you kind of need it. Because obviously, friggin' YouTube is using AI to like judge people's contents now instead of having real people. Sorry, cover my mouth. Friggin' they're having people AI cover people's stuff. But I honestly think if the AI is bugged, I think a real person should be in line too.
tends to be down to the AI, right? Now again, as I said, it could be great in the future, but for now, it seems like it's not really working that well. And obviously, people like Chacha have had enough of that, right? Saying, I know the Chacha means well, but I don't think the algorithms on TikTok are suppressing VTubers because they think it's AI. I believe it's leaning on inauthentic content issues. The new system that Leaflet designed is so new, literally days old, that I don't think it's factoring, which again, I don't really know. He's saying it is not. TikTok is known to, they spelled TikTok wrong, is known to
That's what I was like, yeah, he spelled TikTok wrong. I was like, yeah, he spelled TikTok wrong. I was like, who spells TikTok like TikTok? Like TikTok. It's not known for flagging content.
flag content for being inauthentic if there is no actual human movement on camera, which again, that could also be the case, right? I don't know about her example specifically, about her accounts getting disqualified and stuff because of unoriginal content. Maybe TikTok's algorithms do.
I'm confused. There's a lot of people that, so by that logic, no one's allowed to stream any like games or anything because technically, no, because a lot of TikToks don't show their faces. They just show gameplay. So would that automatically consider AI content? Voice crack. Would I consider AI content? Oh, doesn't make any sense.
Have a specific thing of like, you have
I
to
can't
have
move
a
my
human
arms. I'm
model
jealous.
there. A human model, like it's a VTuber model, a human person, not a human model. You have to have a human being there to kind of like have it as like original content. But I think that also does go back to Chacha's point of being like, they should probably fix the AI algorithms to kind of make it so that VTubers can be included in that, right? I don't think that it should be taken down just because there isn't a human stood on camera, right? So again, I do think that is also something pretty interesting to kind of explore. But yeah, I mean, that is essentially all there is for this situation. I just kind of want to talk about it because again,
Billion fans tricked by a new fake fan amid hiatus. Oh my god! I mean, my honest opinion about this: separate the two, or have it to where have it to where people like AI, they like AI, so we're all good. So go to that section of like they should have an AI section. Let's be honest, they should have like the original content or like non-AI section. I don't know, man. It's just I guess honestly I'm not really equipped to this because I'm just a freaking idiot. So I don't know what else to watch. Yeah, or like an option to filter AI. Yeah, it should. That should be a thing. Filter out the AIs and then filter out the non. Like filter it out. If you don't like, put a check mark. If you do you want AI? Yes. Okay, I'll watch AI. If you don't watch AI, then have it. Like there's so many things, but the simple stuff don't get done. So I'm trying to see what else. Responding to the anime man's. Let me see this one. Responding to the anime man's about Taurus. I'm not too political. Oh, I don't want.
So let me get this right. You make a political analogy comparing anime tourists and colonization, and when I call you out on said political analogy, you tell me I'm too political and need to go outside. Alright, bro. To clarify my point in your part of the video, all I was saying is that I find it embarrassing how some anime fans act like victims whenever new people, let's call them normies, join the community. I'm not saying you're one of the extreme voices. In fact, I thought you were pretty light. My only issue was the comparison. As a major figure in the community, you're almost normalizing this analogy, and in doing so, giving more ammo to the
Oh goodness gracious, bro. Why can't people just watch anime, bro? Why do you have to make it such a big thing? Oh my gosh, bro. If you're a normie, who cares? If you're elitist, stop picking on the normies for watching and just watching a few animes. Is it that hard, man? Is it am I too crazy just saying that? Who cares, bro? Oh my gosh, man. Holy, never understood the whole tourist thing. By that logic, should Japan lock? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like by that logic, we're all technically speaking, anyone that's not from Japan is a normie by Japanese standards. We're all normies in their eyes because they probably well, not a lot. Not every Japanese person watches anime. Let me get that straight. I'm not gonna be like that. Ooh, every anime Japan equals anime. No, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Why do we go on about this tedious thing about gatekeeping? Like, who cares, man? Just watch anime, bro. Like, okay, I'm not saying you shouldn't have opinions on anime and blah 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 blah. It's like it's so crazy to me how we live in a society that we can't just say I love this series without being called this or that. It just doesn't matter, man. Holy crap! I hate this type of logic. It just doesn't make any sense.
These extreme fans. If you've been paying attention recently, you would have noticed the community has gotten pretty extreme and reactionary. Just look at the controversy with Bocchi the Rock that's happening right now. I find often that the term anime tourist is at the center of all of this. Honestly, it's starting to feel a lot like the pipeline.
Gosh, like the only thing I agree is that. Well, sorry, voice crack. Like the only thing I agree is that you shouldn't LARP things. Other than that, anything else is just not. Yeah, I don't think you should LARP something. Like that's so weird. I have my opinions on LARPing. I think if you LARP as an anime fan, I don't know why it's such a weird thing to LARP about. Out of all the things you're LARPing about watching anime, oh my, it's like it's so crazy how people sit there and just LARPing something they obviously don't have no interest in. If I have nothing in, I have like Star Wars. I have no interest in Star Wars. I'm not gonna sit there and freaking LARP it just to fit in. No, I don't know crap about Star Wars. That's crazy. But here's the thing: it's the anime community, kind of like the anime community's fault, because we kind of like, because back then, I'll say this: I didn't get picked on for watching anime. I kind of did, but not in like extreme sense. But when I was the anime community has this like trauma of like people picking on them for like anime, and then now they're like, now I'm the big guy. I was a nerd, now I'm the freaking big guy now. Now anime's popular. Now you have to sit there and tell me all the animes you watch to be the entry into anime. So I think the anime community, some people in the anime community still have that how to say this, that trauma of being left, not being part of the cool or like acceptable crowd. If that makes sense, I hope I'm making sense. Like they're not part of the acceptable crowd. Now that anime is more accepting now it's like more popular. Now anime fans feel like now we hold the judgment hammer. Now we can judge you on everything now. Because before you were judging me back then, but now I can judge you now. So like that's how I feel like. The LARPing stuff, I don't get why people LARP stuff. I don't get it. I saw one Twitch streamer. He's like, monkey something Luffy I don't know what he said, but he got Luffy's name totally wrong, and it was obviously like a sponsor stream. So
We saw in the gaming community back in the late 2010s. I don't think you're personally pushing this rhetoric, but I included your analogy in my last video because it truly reflects how these anti-tourists see themselves. And also, side note about the two political parts, I don't think you can separate art and politics, and anime is no exception. Politics is an inherent aspect of art itself, so in response to your comment saying,
it's not that deep. May I remind you, we are literally talking about Japanese cartoons. It's really
oh, don't say cartoons, the anime fans. I got in a whole argument with someone because I said animes are cartoons. Yeah, they're Japanese cartoons. Like, I couldn't even tell if the dude was serious or not. Like honestly, when I was arguing with him, I never argue with anyone on Instagram because Instagram is weird. You have to look at the comments, blah blah blah. Don't say cartoons or anime fans, bro. Holy, bro, they get so. But they're Japanese cartoons. Anime is literally means cartoons, Japanese cartoons. I don't understand why we get triggered. I think, yeah, like I said back in the day, anime was called cartoons, blah 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 blah. But it's like, holy crap.
It in fact is that deep. So let me get this.
Honestly, it's not that deep. It's not that deep, to be honest. This whole conversation feels like this whole conversation ain't that deep. Oh gosh, I don't know what. Oh, you know what I'm thinking about? Hold on, let me see if there's a video on it. Crunchyroll LARP. Let me see. Not gonna lie, you shouldn't argue because sometimes you're arguing with a. Yeah, bro. Like honestly, let's see. Crunchyroll just what the fuck? Yo, that was freaking. LARP. Okay. Did 7 levels of LARPing? Oh my god, you wanna watch this? What is 7 layers of LARPing? Okay, what is this LARP? So Chainsaw Man, JJK. Is that Attack on Titan? This freaking anime about the girl who's like, what is this? I'm trying to think. Okay. So, okay, I'm gonna look this up. So Crunchyroll had, I think for an anime, they had a bunch of Twitch streamers, which you know I'm kind of mad and didn't have me do it. You know, I'm kind of mad. You know, Crunchyroll anime watch party. Okay, so oh yeah. This. All right. So this is what I mean, right? RDC known anime fans, right? Is it the one where they are ranking anime openings? No, it's this one. It's this one. So this is for like anime. I think it was for anime. Holy crap, this thing is freaking blurry as hell. Sorry for your eyes. So they got a bunch of like anime, some like anime or like Twitch streamers to do watch-alongs of animes. And I've seen a lot of people like get mad at this because they had RDC, but RDC's been watching anime. Like that's not even a thing. I don't know who this is. What is this? Link Click? I don't know who this is. Don't know who this is. I know who Gigak is. Extra Emily. Don't know who this is. Don't know who this is. People were so mad because they're like, "Oh, why you're not picking people who watch anime to like to do this?" There's a bunch of like people who watches anime who do this. You know, like the Kanye meme, like what's that meme? I like being. I don't know who was it. Kanye? What is that fucking Kanye quote? I like Britney Spears. I don't know who it was. I'm sorry, I don't know the quote. Britney Spears can't wait. Damn. Wait. Britney Spears. Camera quote. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is the best one. Oh wait, this is not it. Where is it? Okay, this is the TikTok. Oh, Lady Gaga is the Lady Gaga one because the extra Emily one is freaking perfect.
And what he said is, you are a celebrity.
Oh gosh.
So
I'm gonna freaking
basically what's
song.
going to happen is there's product here. And this is where you end up, right here. If you can communicate this product, you can make money off the product. Because look at Gaga. She's the creative director
She's
of
the director
Polaroid.
of Polaroid.
I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras?
That's what people thinking about. I was like, I like extra Emily. What the she know about freaking Blue Lock? I saw that freaking clip. I was like, that's so freaking hilarious. I know I went on a freaking tangent, but like people were so pissed. Like they were just getting like extra Emily to freaking do Blue Lock. I'm like, I was like, eh. Also, I want to see is the one where they rank anime openings. I want to. Is there a video for that one? Is it bad? Like what did they? I wonder what they ranked it. But yeah, this is like people are getting mad because they're like, oh, you're getting people that don't watch like even do anime content to do this like extra Emily. I don't know who all these people are. I don't know if they watch anime or not. But extra Emily was like the one that really stands out. I was like, people were mad, bro. They were pissed. They were pissed about it. This ain't no Crunchyroll. Oh my god, bro. It's funny, bro. It's funny, bro. Like, my opinions on these like anime LARPer stuff is like, who cares? I want to react to this though. I think it's I think it's just the anime man that did it, and apparently they got exposed for being LARPers. Oh yeah, I did a video on that. I did a video on my YouTube for that. Yeah, yeah, because they said Goku has a tail. I'm like, how do you not freaking know Goku had a tail, bro? That's the main thing that makes them sayings that are tails, bro. What are we talking about? Like what? They're like, oh, Goku had a tail. Like what? The anime men are like freaking. Let me see their. Hold on. I'm gonna put this in my watch later's. I'm gonna come back to this. I'll save. My bad. Good thing they got freaking exposed though. I mean, they should be called out for that type of BS. Where's this anime man? Like, I do not like the anime man. Dang, I called it and I meant to. They think Dragonballz Star Jar started with Super. I was like, there's no way. Dude. I was like, bro, there's no way, bro. Like, yeah, they just make freaking Mr. Beast voice crack. They make Mr. Beast type freaking content. They're like 1v2 20 weebs against. Oh my gosh, guess the anime. They just do like freaking like anime adjacent like Mr. Beast thing. Try not to laugh. Japanese edition, Japan edition. Guess the anime opening. Oh, Giga's in this one. We tried. I keep voice cracking. We became. I swear, we become popular. Gonna be like voice crack, voice crack. We became anime voice actors with zero experience. Like they just make like these like you know. I don't rate them because it's like they just obviously catering to like the normies of. I don't want to say it like that, not in a bad way, but they cater to people who just got into anime. Let's be honest, they do. Who's a better weeb? Like who's the smartest weeb, like all these like content stuff, the worst anime ever, and it's like, obviously this is a toss up because X-Arm, think everyone hates X-Arm, IRL, all that other stuff. Oh man, I wish I could make it like them. I became for 7 days, like they just make bland content, you know, not my forte, but you know, to each their own. Like we became like the most hated like anti-tubers ever. Like, you know. The content is just not for me. He called that colonizer. The hell? Alright. You could do let's do the 7 stages of LARPing. Just feels off watching it. It just doesn't feel like a okay. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna I'm not, I don't want to sound harsh when I say this. It doesn't feel like it feels like their content feels like if a non-person like literally was made to be watched as separate parties of yeah, it just feels like it's just TikTok content, honestly. Hey man, I'm probably gonna stick to my reviews of animes and all that other stuff. I could never like if someone like invited me and I'm like, yeah, sure. But you know, it's their content just feels like if you have attention span of a freaking like of a baby, like you know.
LARPing, the ancient art of playing pretend. Human beings have been LARPing since the dawn of time. It comes to us.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm afraid of being called a LARPer because I watch so much anime, I do not remember all the names in anime. I'm gonna be honest. I do not remember all the names and like people like I watch so much animes. It's really hard to keep up with people's names. And one of my friends was like, we were talking about like I don't know what we're talking. I think we're talking about Attack on Titan and stuff. And I forgot. I totally forgot names of like anime characters. I'll completely admit that. Even with my videos, when I do videos, I have to like go back and like have the person like talk, like go like Google Translate and have it like spoken out back to me because I get names wrong all the freaking time. You know, it's hard. Sometimes it's Japanese names. It's really hard. So it's just being normal, bro. Yeah, it's just I'm afraid every time because I get like I forget names all the time. I'm just even IRL. I'm bad with names. Like if you're not my family or like a close friend of mine, I just totally forget your name.
Naturally, like a second nature. Now, originally, the word LARP stands for live action roleplay, which is a nerdy hobby where people dress up and act out fantasy scenarios, usually set in medieval times. But the point is, LARPing originally is just playing pretend.
I see people react to freaking Civil War one. What's the freaking Civil War one time? It was so funny to watch.
But the word has evolved and taken on a whole new meaning, something much.
God damn, his hair's curly.
Calling someone a LARPer today is just the equivalent of calling them a poser. The modern day LARPer is simply someone who engages in disingenuous behavior in order to pretend to be a fan of something that they're not, to fit in with the fan base and earn brownie points on the internet, I guess. And honestly, it's kind of sad. Like, you seriously have nothing better to do than to fake being a fan of something. I think it's a point.
I don't know. I don't understand how people have the energy to do that. I seen people like trying to be like, yo, you know, my favorite anime is. I'm like, bro, why don't you pretend? Why are you pretending to like something, bro? It's like me pretending to like food, like certain foods. Like, why would I eat something? Oh, it just doesn't make any sense, bro. I don't get it. I understand LARPers, but you know, people will call you a LARPer for not remembering a character that appeared in like show once. Yeah, I was like, the simple names are easier, but I just don't remember all the names. Plus, half the time, anime characters have the freaking same name, so it's like
endeavor, but it is now more than just a word. It's a lifestyle. And what better way to examine this phenomenon than by breaking down the 7 levels of LARPing. Level 1 takes a look at Chainsaw Man, specifically part 2 of the manga, where Asa serves as the main protagonist during the Academy arc. I won't spoil too much.
Spoiler!
She accidentally kills the chicken devil, Bucky. Her classmates don't really fuck with her after that. They start bullying her. Eventually, she gains the powers of the War Devil and becomes a War Fiend. With the introduction out the way, we ask ourselves the question that we're going to be seeing in every single level: why do people LARP this character? Well, also,
that's easy because she looks attractive. That's easy.
Or Asa, if you really want to get into the LARPing spirit, is sort of a loser. She's literally me, people will say. Meanwhile, they have not read a single lick of the manga. But the idea of a character being labeled as a loser and...
Do you generally remember Ginyu Forces? Oh, Jace Spurter. What? Oh, Raccoon. Raccoon. Crap. What's the green aliens dude's names? I remember his name, but it's yeah, Jace, Spurter, Raccoon, Captain Ginyu, and I forgot the freaking the alien's name is. Yeah, I remember all of them, but I don't remember like I don't remember like the alien's name. What the hell is his name? God damn, what's his name? Gildo. Yeah, Gildo. Yeah, okay. Jace, Birder, Gildo, and Raccoon. Yeah, I remember. I remember those. Okay, Dragon Ball Z names are easy because they're not like overly like long. Some characters' names are freaking long as heck. Gildo. Yeah. I promise you I did not look up on my phone. I promise you I did not look at my phone. I promise you. I remember that was all from the head. Pause.
Then people attaching themselves to this character as quote unquote relatable while only consuming TikTok edits of this media is an actual pretty common theme.
Honestly, you could probably see that with like profile pictures. Like people like I think if they like a character design, they'll put that as their profile picture and not know what they are.
We're gonna see a lot. And people were quick to label her as a femcel, even though her actual character is...
What the fuck is a femcel? Okay. Whatever.
Nothing close to that. So what you end up with is a bunch of LARPers who latch onto this warped version of her identity and basically run it to the ground and ruin the character. I'm reading this script the day that Chainsaw Man ended. This manga does hold a special place in my heart, but man, I'm feeling some things right now.
Oh gosh.
This particular LARP comes from JujutsuKaisen, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why the fuck people chose to LARP this guy. He's a 400-year-old that got brought back into the modern era to fight in the Calling.
Spoilers!
He does have the highest LARP output, so I think that definitely earns.
I think JJK is like the easiest anime to LARP. Chainsaw Man is like, no, actually, it's Chainsaw Man and JJK. I think those two you could LARP the most. Like honestly, like One Piece, I don't think you could really LARP One Piece because realistically, if you only know like the four of them, there's like a whole bunch of characters. Chainsaw Man and JJK are like easy to probably LARP, to be honest, in my opinion.
On the list. Moving on to level 3, we have one of the most recognizable faces in fiction, that being the chair guy. I was planning on reading all of Reverend Insanity before I made this segment.
That's a LARP?
And I saw that it had 2,333 chapters.
God damn.
And I am not reading all that, so I am just going to call him the chair guy, and we're going to move on. Tomoko is a socially inept high schooler who
Oh my
god,
I remember watching this anime back in middle school, bro. Oh my god, it's like every anime character is freaking, that's me.
Friends and form any meaningful connections. Do you see why people might want to LARP her? Definitely starting to see a common pattern here. She has a couple funny moments.
She's just basically like the definition of like what a otaku, like a shonen otaku would freaking be like, but as a girl.
It's in the anime, but I was never a huge fan of the series.
I watched this when I was like a little kid.
And anyone who self-identifies with this character is most likely insufferable. Now, this is one of the longest running LARPs online, definitely one of the
I don't know why people LARP weird animes. I mean, because they're niche. No one, the niche of the anime is the freaking, let's see, we call a LARPer. That's how it is.
Bigger ones, Subaru.
I don't get why they don't freaking LARP the good ones.
Natsuki, aka the aura monster who goes up the stairs. I do have to admit, I'm kind of ashamed I haven't read the light novel or picked up the anime, because I've heard nothing but good things about ReZero, and it's on the list. I'll get to it eventually. At level 6, we have Poon, and he is a very tragic and complex character. And the entire manga is something.
Oh my gosh, I really wanted to read Poon for so long, man. That's like one of the mangas I want to read, but I want the physical copy. I am not reading this on my phone. I refuse to read anything probably this great on my phone. I need a physical copy of Poon. I need it. Gosh, I wish I had money for Japan, bro.
Deserves its own video, if I'm being honest.
I hate flying, but I'll do this for freaking manga, bro.
But the fact that people will just slap on a profile picture of his human face and call it a day is truly disheartening. Quite possibly the most popular LARP of all time, maybe even the face of LARPing, it is Mamiya Takuji, or better known as... This guy got labeled as the greatest pedophile in fiction on a slideshow. And from that point forward, it was basically over. To be fair, the entire meme did give Subahebe way more popularity than it ever would have gotten naturally. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I can't bring myself to play the visual novel, despite how
Oh,
deep and
it's a freaking visual novel. I thought it was like a manga or something like that. I could never play visual. I can't play visual novels, to be honest. I can't. Hey, if someone wants to give me a a TOS friendly thing, I'll gladly play it on stream. But I can't do it. I can't do it.
philosophically complex.
Man, this is not the
and say it
LARPing I
is,
thought it was.
I just can't get interested.
I feel
in
like
it.
they're just freaking TikTok LARPers who freaking. He should have added Vinland Saga and Vagabond level LARP video. Yeah, probably. Vinland Saga is definitely a LARPing anime. Like, I only watched like a few episodes of Vinland Saga. I'll never freaking sit there and act like I know everything about it. I mean, I watch so much anime that to the point that if someone called me a LARPer, man, I would, dude, hey, spin in their face. Don't ever call me a LARPer. I spend too much time watching crappy animes.
Not my cup of tea. In my mind, and probably 90% of other people's, this is just the LARP guy. In the end, it's kind of unfortunate that LARPing is being so grossly misused, because true LARPing is probably one of the most authentic things that a person can do. Stripping away your inhibitions and just playing pretend.
I thought she had a
Running
shotgun.
around with fake weapons and armor simply because you think it's fun. Not to impress anyone, not to seem more interesting or cooler, but because it genuinely makes you happy. That's what...
I'm pretty sure you probably see this in some anime conventions. Oh my gosh. I mean, technically anime fans do LARP. Not a single soul has read Vagabond. Yeah, that's usually how it is. That's usually how it is. Especially TikTok people. They be putting random shit as their profile picture and not know what it is. I don't want to be that person, be like, oh, if you have a band on your shirt, you gotta know at least one band member type beat. But
real LARPing is. And I wish we just brought back the word poser, because that's exactly what a lot of these LARPers really are. People pretending to consume a media that they've never seen.
I hate when people consume anime through TikTok. Oh my gosh. If you consume anime through TikTok, do not freaking look in my direction.
Posing as a fan of the real material, even though they're not. The modern day LARPer is not a real fan of anything, they just want to curate this image in order to be perceived differently online. And oh my god, that shit is fucking corny. But language is always changing and evolving, whether we like it or not. Meanings get stretched, warped, repurposed, used as dildos, and much,
Whoa,
much
hey, yo.
more. And today...
Yo, what is this freaking art? What the... The art of LARPing. The next gen anime will be the next. Wait, what does it say? The next gen manga will be the next big anime. Dang, do you think that we're ever gonna get any what's an anime you think that will surpass the anime now? We used to consume anime on YouTube though back in when. Yeah, but TikTok and YouTube are different. YouTube is YouTube. Okay, when we consumed anime on YouTube, that was totally different. Like you said, we didn't have sites. People who consume media through TikToks are the most insufferable people in the whole world, because they don't. Bro, I've been looking through the comments on TikToks. These people do not watch the freaking anime, bro. They just be making up stuff. Bro, I watched Fairy Tail on YouTube, bro. Like the parts. That's the only anime I watched on YouTube. That in parts. Bro, back in the day, man, I watched. It was so you'd be parts and all that other stuff. Bro, back in the day, man. Low key, have Steel Ball run coming this September. Is that the? Am I crazy? I heard of that anime, Steel Ball Run. I want to see what's the next big anime coming out. Oh, you mean the JoJo one, yeah? Dang, bro, you JoJo fans are getting screwed. Steel Ball, yeah. The wait, I'm gonna look this up. So, Steel Ball Run. Oh yeah, JoJo, yeah. Yeah, man, but Maybe JJK with Sukuna and Gojo fight. Yeah, bro, that's gonna be freaking. I'm not gonna be on the internet when that freaking happens. Holy, Kotobachi. I have a hot take. Kotobachi is the most. I swear on everything. I swear this is the most industry plant anime I've ever seen in my life, bro. I have never seen people glaze at anime or manga so much. It might be good, don't get me wrong. But holy crap, I feel like this is the most industry plant anime I've ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my, such an industry plant, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Such an industry plant anime. It might be good. Don't get me wrong. It might be good, but holy, bro. If I seen what is LARPing, live action role playing. Let's talk about Crunchyroll. The peak of LARPing. We tried LARPing at an anime expo. Oh my gosh, please. I don't want to watch that video because I do not want to freaking see pain in my eyes. Why everyone hates Crunchyroll now? All right, let's see this. Crunchyroll, if you see this video, I watch Crunchyroll.
Have you tried to watch anime online?
I watch all your animes. Oh, this is only 2 minutes. Never mind. I wanted to be longer. The most known unknown anime. Not gonna lie, like most people, it might be good, but no one knows for sure. It's just it feels like an industry plan ass anime. I'm sorry, it just feels so industry planny. Such an industry plan anime, bro. I just don't understand. Like, oh, it just come out of nowhere. How to LARP JJK. Dang, this is really the LARPing? Jeez. The art of LARPing. It's proof LARPing is hard. What the fuck are these? Whoa, hey, yo! What the heck is that going on in that profile picture? Oh gosh. No, I have to ban. I hate these freaking bots on here, bro. So annoying. Let me sure I'm getting the right person. Yeah, scroll all the way down. Possible ban evader. Twitch, why don't you freaking ban the motherfuckers then? That's so stupid. Man. So weird. They don't freaking like, oh, possible ban evader. Motherfucker, why don't you guys do something about it then? You're warning me on something you should have control of. That's stupid. That makes no sense. LARP taste. Dang, these freaking videos. Okay, let's look up anime tourists. Let's see. Because LARPing is like such a broad thing. Oh, fake. Aren't real. Oh, yeah. The tourist problem. I hate anime tourists. Anime tourists annoy me. A lot of them. So let's see. I love watching his videos. Let's see. And their audacity.
What up, y'all? It's the homie Dame. Let's talk about anime tourists. Y'all know I'm old as fuck, so I just found out what this term was like a week ago. But yeah,
Deadass. I found out what anime tourist was like probably like a few months ago. I'm like, what is it? Like, I think someone in my chat was talking about anime tourist. Like, what the hell is an anime tourist? Like, how does that? What does that make sense?
we're gonna talk about it because it relates to the larger conversation of gatekeeping in art. Is it good? Is it bad? Who knows?
Gatekeeping.
Spoiler alert, the answer's a lot more nuanced than that.
I was always funny when people say they want to gatekeep anime. Like, wow, imagine like ruining someone's bread because you want to be freaking unique.
So yeah, this video was prompted by a bunch of people telling me about a different video that came out recently by these guys called The Anime Men. It started with one person commenting on my last video and then like dozens of people DMing me on Twitter. But it took me like a week to see it because y'all know I don't be checking my Twitter DMs. Basically, the gist of this video is that these guys ranked the most popular anime of every year based on watching the first episode. And they said some things that got people up in arms. And if you look at the comments, mostly what you'll see are people calling them.
Yo, I saw the comments. Everyone was roasting them, bro. I was like, hey, bro, I hope I never put out a bad video in my life. I'll be like, yeah, I'm not looking at the comments.
Tourists. Now, I don't know who the Anime Men are. They have like over 4 million subs, so obviously people like them, but I'm gonna be real, I don't watch anyone on YouTube besides my friends, so I'm not hip to the popular creators out there. But that being said, I didn't really have a problem with their video. So what? They didn't like Astro Boy. I bet 99% of the people complaining and commenting
See you on the next stream. Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks for coming to the stream, bro. Thank you.
watch it either. Sure, I understand that people are mostly mad that they didn't respect the
I will probably be streaming what's today? Sunday? I'll probably stream tomorrow. Probably earlier though. I'll probably stream early tomorrow. But thank you for coming to stream.
DM, which is true, and it's pretty whack, but it's not like a crime. From what all of y'all were telling me, I thought they dropped slurs or something, or were acting a fool out in Japan, like Americans are known to do, which is, you know, actually problematic. So they said some dumb stuff about anime, so what? Yeah, they were obnoxious and acted like assholes, but I do the same thing and I get away with it. Kind of. I actually did a video with a similar premise once upon a time, and I got cooked for being too elitist, too
yeah, you can't be too elitist and you can't be too freaking touristy.
Pretentious. So whether you dick ride shonens or glaze your favorite niche ecchi harem that only 12 people outside of Japan have even seen, either way, someone's gonna hate on you. But like I said, that video by the Anime Man was only the catalyst that got me thinking about the broader topic of anime tourism. Because that's definitely a phrase that's thrown around a lot today, especially on
TikTok,
Twitter.
Twitter.
So what does it mean?
I do not have Twitter. I'm glad I got rid of it.
Is there any merit to calling someone an anime tourist? And is gatekeeping in general something we should be doing as an anime community? We're gonna answer all of those questions today, so let's get into it. So people define an anime tourist as someone who is...
gosh, why do I have to use this picture too? How the spot an anime tourist only watches Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, and very common anime shows. Likes anime because it's trendy, will join the fandom for the sake of policing the community, rates you for not liking something they don't like. Well, that's just how's that even touristy? Okay. Thinks fan service is sexist and drawing equal. What? Okay, if you have
It's literally just passing through, meaning they have a casual interest in the medium and don't really understand.
I don't. Bloody tortoise. Bloody tortoise. I see why the Anime Man cannot be the anime cannot be a anime tier list. This is bad. Oh, they had JJK. Oh, of course. So basically, they had any non-niche anime in the freaking top.
And it beyond what is popular and mainstream. Also, it's worth noting that this isn't an exclusive term to anime. It's used for video games, hip-hop, movies, sports, whatever. Now, if you watch this channel even a little bit, I'm sure you can already guess what my take on all of this is. I agree with it 100%. If you can't tell me the title of every single Detective Conan episode, perform...
You can't tell me what anime called freaking... You can't tell me freaking anime that's not made by freaking wait, let me restart that. If you can't sit there and tell me who's stronger, Goku or Saitama, you're a tourist.
Every Naruto hand sign and recite the number of times the phrase "Onamae wa nan desu ka" is said in every Ghibli movie, you're a casual normie tourist that needs to be banished from the anime community post haste. No, obviously not. That's very stupid, but it's more nuanced than you think. If you like something, you're a fan. That's it. The debate over who is a true anime fan is pretty...
This is such a freaking broad... It's like, oh, you're not a true anime fan if you don't watch this.
It's like that whole true Scotsman fallacy. Because first of all, who decides where the threshold is? Who determines...
Yeah, and it's funny how Americans want to freaking do that shit. They're like, oh, you're not a real true anime fan. Like, bitch. Anime come from Japan, bro. We all tourists at that point. We go to Japan, we're tourists, you know?
criteria for what a true anime fan is. I'm sure if I ask y'all to comment below what makes a real anime fan, I'm gonna get 100 different answers, all thinking that their definition is the right one. Does watching a lot of anime make you a real anime fan?
Oh my god, remind me of the freaking dude. Hey, you have to watch 500 animes to have an opinion on anime. I'm like, what? How does that freaking make sense? You're saying I have to watch 500. So basically, I'm not even like a freaking level 1 anime fan if I only watch like 200.
Watch more anime than literally anyone I know, which isn't something to be proud of, by the way.
Yeah, it's really sad.
I don't think that makes me any kind of authority or anything. I know people who have literally only watched a single anime series, but they're way more passionate and knowledgeable about it than I am about the loads of dog
Wait,
shit
honestly, you cannot call yourself an anime fan before you see these 4. Until you do, you're a tourist. Evangelion, Death Note, Cowboy Bebop, Girls. Huh? First of all, the last one is crazy. Cowboy Bebop is pretty popular. Death Note is pretty popular. Evangelion, Neon Genesis Evangelion, I guess it depends on, like, Anime Fear is popular, but out of, like, outside of it, it really depends.
I've watched. Does having knowledge of Japanese about
Why is Girls' Pants? I was like, why do you pick that anime?
the loads of dog shit that I've watched, does having knowledge of Japanese culture make you...
For anime tourists is any... Wait. For me, an anime tourist is any fake anime fan that doesn't know what makes anime anime? What?
You a real...
A pen and a paper? Like, what?
This is something that gets thrown around on Twitter a lot. People will say, oh, you don't understand the intricacies of this particular aspect of Japanese culture. That's why you don't like XYZ anime. They'll say that not liking fan service or harems or lolly stuff makes you a tourist because according to them, these things make anime what it is.
Not really.
Yeah, that's not true.
That's
no
not true at
one
all.
thing is inherent to anime that's like a ubiquitous defining trait. Except maybe the fact that it has to be Japanese, but even that's not really the case. There's no art style or trope or concept that has to be present, otherwise you can't call the show an anime. Sure, anime is known to have a lot of stuff like big...
I'll continue this next stream because I already know she'll be calling me for all this shit. End the stream here. Adios, amigos.